Okay, so last set of cards for the journeyman license, studying for the journeyman's test, plumbing. Last set of cards, again, I'm going to read them. I'm actually studying them. I'm going to give the answer. My answer, hopefully it's the same answer as the correct answer, but I will give the correct answer. So here we go. Which fixtures can be vented with island vents? And that's kitchen sinks. Kitchen sinks. Mostly kitchen sinks. What is the minimum depth of a trap seal? 2 inches. 2 inches. What is the main risk associated with a trap that is not properly vented? Back siphoning, sucking the trap dry. Suck dry, back pressure. And then you have sewer gas. Stinky. See. Interceptor covers shall be readily accessible. Readily accessible means that they have no cover on them themselves. You have to be able to get to them right away without taking anything off. Accessible, again, means that you can have a door on it or a panel. Okay, belt traps, S-traps, and blank are prohibited from being installed in any new plumbing installation, and that's a drum trap. Belt traps, S-traps, and drum traps. See, what is the maximum allowable height of a tailpiece that is installed between a fixture and a fixture trap? That's 24 inches is the maximum. 24. Flood drains that are installed in a concrete floor with no access to the trap can be trapped with permanent seal. P-traps that have permanently sealed joints. No slip joints, no swing joints. Permanently sealed joints. Plumbing interceptors are designed to stop which of the following from entering a sanitary drain system? And it's oil, sand, and grease is the answer. Oil, sand, and grease. What is the minimum allowable height of the standpipe for the receptor? The minimum allowable height for a standpipe for the receptor, talking about washer and dryer, or obviously washer, is 18 inches. Standpipe has to be 18 inches. Open vent terminal from a drainage system shall not be located beneath any door, openable window, etc., and any such vent shall not be within blank feet of horizontally of such unless it is blank feet or more above the top of such an opening. Okay, so if it's going to be within 10 feet, the first one is 10 feet, then it has to be 3 feet or more above the top of such opening. So 10 feet and 3 feet. An island fixture must have a blank installed to ensure proper ventilation of the fixture, and that's a relief vent. An island fixture must either have a relief vent or a foot vent installed to ensure proper ventilation of the fixture. The vent size shall be not less than half the diameter of the fixture that it's going to service. So properly read is 1/2 the diameter of the rough-in drain to be served, which is what I said. Blank are required to be equipped with a device that controls the water flow through the top of the trap in a manner that prevents the water flow exceeding the rated flow of the trap. And that's a grease trap. And that's to keep the water from flowing too fast in a grease trap. Yeah. Interceptors. A vent that is dry must be vertical until it is at least 6 inches above the flood line. Yep, 6 inches. 6 inches above the flood rim. Okay. How would you describe a branch vent? It's a vent It's a horizontal vent that comes from a vertical vent, and it accepts other branches, accepts other vents. Vent that turns horizontally and provides a connection point for other vents. Better than how I said it. Vent terminals extending through the wall shall terminate on a point not less than blank feet from a lot line, and not less than blank feet from the average from above average ground level. Okay, read that again. Vent terminals extending through the wall shall terminate at a point not less than blank feet from a lot line, and not less than blank feet above average ground level. That's 10 feet from a lot line and 10 feet above average ground level. So the answer is 10 and 10. What is the minimum number of traps required to collect the drainage from a 3-bay kitchen sink? 1. Above ground PEX installed horizontally shall be supported at intervals not to exceed. Well, we talked about this one, it was 32 inches. 32 inches. Sewage injector pumps are required to have blank installed on the discharge piping from the sewage pump. Drainage, so it'd be a check valve. A check valve, yeah, it's a check valve. Boom, check valve. Clean out plugs shall be brass, plastic, and other approved fittings. Cleanouts concealed in piping of less than 24 inches in height shall extend. Well, I just gave the answer there. Cleanouts in concealed piping of less than blank in height shall extend through and terminate flush until with the finished wall. Oh. Concealed piping, 24 inches in height, extend flush with the wall. Sorry I gave the answer on that one. Blank cannot be used to turn vertical drain to a horizontal position. That would be a sanitary T. All horizontal drains shall be provided with cleanouts not more than blank feet apart. We talked about that one, that's 100. Blowback water closets can be installed back to back. What fitting would you use? I would use a baffled T, but you can use a double combo, and a double combo and a Y. I would use the baffled T. Plus it's just fun to say baffled. In order to limit a crown vent, the distance from the weir to the vent opening shall be no less than 2 pipe sizes. Blank. It's no less than blank, but it's 2 pipe sizes over to eliminate it being a crown vent. 2 times the diameter of the pipe. Yeah, I said that wrong. It's 2 pipes, not 2 sizes. It's 2 full pipes. No galvanized wrought iron pipe shall be used underground and shall be kept not less than blank inches above the ground. And I believe that's 6. It is 6 inches. Cleanouts on 6-inch and smaller pipe shall be provided with a clearance of not less than blank inches for rotting. That's 18. We covered that with the test questions. What type of connection is required when clothes washing machine discharges into a sanitary drainage system? And that's indirect. It's an indirect connection, air gap, or actually that's an air brake. But that's still an both air gap and air brake are indirect connections. A wet vent serves as a drain for one and a vent for another fixture. wet vents. Circuit vents may be connected to other vents. Connected to vent stacks, I'm sorry. Circuit vents may be connected to vent stacks. Can you install an indirect waste receptor in a closet or in an unvented area? And the question is no on both. They're illegal in both. You can't put them in a closet and you can't put them in an unvented area. Plumbing special wastes are generally associated with hospitals, chemical plants, chemical areas, hospitals, healthcare, chemical waste. Where food and waste grinders connect to grease interceptors, a blank interceptor shall separate the discharge before connecting to the grease interceptor. And that blank is a solids interceptor. Solids. Why are plumbing traps required to be vented? We talked about this before. It was to prevent back siphonaging, keep the sewer gas trapped, better flow through the system, convey sewer gas outside, enable drains to drain better, avoid traps being drained of liquid seals. Same as before. Soil and waste stacks in buildings having more than blank branch intervals shall be provided with a relief vent at each blank interval installed beginning from the top of the floor. So, soil and waste stacks in buildings having more than 10 branch intervals shall be provided with a relief vent at each 10th interval. So it's 10 and 10, 10 and 10th. A vent stack shall be required for every drainage stack that has blank branch intervals or more. 10. No, it's 5. That's 5. A vent stack shall be required for every drainage stack that has 5 branch intervals or more. 5. What is the most positive means of protection when using indirect waste? That would be an air gap. Oh, yeah, air gap. Most positive means being an air gap. Common vents can only be used on the same level when the fixtures being vented are contained on the same floor levels. What type of joint can be used to join dissimilar types of piping materials? Dissimilar. Okay, that's a mechanical vent. That's a boot. It's a mechanical vent. Mechanical. Horizontal branches shall connect to base of stacks at a point located not less than blank times the diameter of the drainage stack downstream. 10 times. If it's 2-inch pipe, 20 inches down the road, down the run. Venting system for a DWV plumbing installation are required to terminate where? That is outside first or second story, but it is required to terminate in the open air. Terminate in open air above the building to be served by plumbing. Open vent pipes that extend through a roof shall be terminated not less than blank inches above the roof. Open vent pipes. 6, not less than 6 inches. And I believe not more than 12. So, all healthcare related fixtures, etc., shall discharge to the drainage system through an indirect waste pipe by means of an all health related fixtures shall be discharged in the indirect waste pipe by means of air gap. Air gap. Medical, health related fixtures, air gap. In order to eliminate siphonage on a trap arm to a lavatory, the blank must be below the vent opening, and that's the weir of the trap. out the wear of the trap. Okay, that's it. I hope this helps y'all study, and